First, we're talking about our Patreon pick first, as we usually do.
What?
Whoopsies.
The Other Guys, yeah, the 2010 film, The Other Guys.
Whoa, who recommended that movie?
Someone, I don't know.
Hunter.
Here, I can check.
There you go, it was Hunter.
Oh yeah, it was. Check that out.
Yeah, thank you, Hunter, for recommending The Other Guys. If you want to be just like Hunter, you can subscribe to our Patreon right now, and you can recommend movies as well for us to watch. Ain't that crazy?
This is the first Will Ferrell movie I've ever watched, like, all the way through.
No way.
Really?
Yeah. Is this a good intro to Will Ferrell?
Yeah, I guess so.
Sure.
A good of entry as any, I guess.
Yeah. Jackson, since this is your first Will Ferrell movie, would you like to give us the plot?
This movie's, yeah, sure, I'll try my best. Yeah, we've got, like, some badass cops that work for the station, right? They fucking jump off a building and kill themselves, and then these guys, you know, the other guys, as they say, they're kind of losers. They go off and try to start, you know, catching up on this case with, like, some, you know, financial fraud. They get caught in, like, this big whole scheme, basically what's going on. You know, they're trying to do their job. They're constantly getting thwarted by these other people that are, you know, doing nefarious deeds. Hijinks ensue, you know, explosions, jokes, more suicide. They convince the guy to kill himself, you know, the business. They catch the guy in the end, he kind of confesses, and then they stop this all from happening. By them stopping it, I mean somebody else, you know, two other dudes that, you know, take the place of the badasses at the start, steal the credit, and then the movie ends. It's pretty sick. Gator got his gat, you know. It's pretty sick. When that fucking
don't play no shit.
Yeah, when they showed that scene, I had to, like, pause the movie, and I asked Nico, I was like, that where the quote comes from? And then Nico's like, where else would it come from? Like, I've heard it so many times. Like, you know, Gator got his gad, bitch, or something, whatever it is. I've heard it so often for some reason. Nico's like, why the fuck have you heard that often at all?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
funny.
fucking heard that line outside of the actual movie, so, like...
I've heard Hunter say it, so...
Oh, okay.
I don't know where I've heard it a lot, but I definitely knew that quote very vividly, apparently, if I was keen on it enough to pause the fucking movie and question you about it.
Yeah, apparently The Other Guys has a much larger cultural footprint than I recalled.
Yeah, apparently.
Bill's fucking hiding behind his chair right now for some reason. He's not a big fan of The Other Guys.
Cut this audio out. I left my phone behind my PC. It has my notes on it.
Okay.
Very cool.
I thought The Other Guys was very funny.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I laughed like maybe 2 times.
Okay, well, that's approximately infinity times more than you usually do, Nico.
That's not true. I thought The Undercover Brother was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just because I have black people in it.
I definitely think this is one of the weaker comedies we've seen, but I also still think it was pretty funny. I like the originality of some of the jokes, but they definitely overused them. Like the fucking, you know, him being super hot to like hot chicks and like the fucking sex shit got pretty old pretty quickly, and they do a lot of things like that where they do the same joke over and over again. They kind of just like run it into the ground and stop making it funny pretty early on. But you know, I still thought it was a totally passable comedy for me. It was enjoyable at the very least. I thought it was going to be some fucking generic, you know, action film. I was wrong, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. I like that they paid Samuel L. Jackson and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who knows how much money, and then, you know, had them kill themselves.
Yeah, that caught me so off guard when I saw that happen. It's like, no fucking way. They just jumped off the building.
The whole funeral was pretty funny. And the funeral and reception scenes I thought were funny. Like, it was a 20-foot... There wasn't even an awning or any... I don't...
Yeah, they said, like, we gotta aim for the bushes or whatever during that part.
There was
Yeah, but you don't know that till, like, the camera pans just so slightly downward to see a 4-way intersection, so, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that heat, it just got to them at a certain point, you know? They were a little too hard-boiled.
Yeah. I don't think it was eventually. I think they've always been hard-boiled, Nico. That was the issue.
We don't know that. We only see them, like, right before they die.
Listen, man,
we don't know what they were like at the beginning of their careers. They could have been, like, little soft boys.
Dude, they crashed a car into a double-decker bus and then continued to hijack the double-decker bus, used it to drift, to run into a taxi, to launch the car out of the bus, to launch it into the criminal's car, and then proceeds to blow up, like, a bank or something.
Yeah, and at the beginning of their careers, they were just trying to chase perps around on mopeds, Dylan.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
it just got to him at a certain point.
You know, and then we yada yada over the part where like, yeah, we may have caused $12 million in property damage, but like, who really wanted it, or like, however that line went. And then everybody cheered. I'm like, I don't understand.
That was the joke.
Yeah, I was hit and miss on the humor in this movie, to be completely honest.
I will say, this movie is a lot more like awkward humor than I was expecting it to.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely. This straight up just cringe humor throughout half of it, which really caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Like the ballet scene, very stand out for that. Like, dear God, this is like hard to watch.
bro. I mean, it's just like he knows all
He
these.
really loves you.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of that, honestly.
I know this comment has been made during Guapish at the movies before. How did we feel about Eva Mendes not being the badass in like some kind of action movie?
Who?
Eva Mendes, the Will Ferrell's wife.
That was Selma Hayek, you idiot.
What? No way. I definitely looked this up before.
Selma Hayek, she's in the new season of fucking Black Mirror, and they make a big deal out of it. Anyway,
What?
So speaking of his wife, what'd you guys think of her?
She was alright, I guess.
She was sufficiently hot for the joke to make sense.
What?
Yeah.
It is Eva Mendes, you idiot!
Huh?
It is Eva Mendes, you idiot!
Okay, but look up a picture of Selma Hayek and tell me they don't look similar.
How do you
I think
spell the
Selma
last
Hayek looks
name?
considerably older than her. I also think she's much shorter. Anyway,
There she is.
I liked Mark Wahlberg's girl more.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're wrong, but
Look, dude.
you're allowed to have opinions.
She is conventionally less attractive, you know, you're entitled to your own opinion.
I'm not a big fan of, like, the sexy women, you know? I like them cuties.
Oh, okay.
He likes him in the 6 out of 10 range.
Oh, okay.
6 to 7. Once they're pushing 8, you know it's over. They're too hot.
Not true, not true. Jackson, are you saying that cute girls can't be 10s?
Yes.
No,
Absolutely not.
they
Right.
can't.
Confused
I
about how
think
this
the point of a
works.
girl being cute is the fact that, you know, they have specific facial features and things of that nature. It's not like entirely just like the way they act or like, you know, dress or whatever. You know, their physical characteristics. And, you know, I think there's a big separation on, you know, like some super hot 10 out of 10 chick and some like, you know, 6 out of 10, you know, pushing 7 out of 10 girl. That's still an attractive woman, but, you know, she's cute. She's not hot.
I feel like this is all
I agree.
subjective.
Hard to
I mean, yeah,
say.
there's-
This is objective. We should,
We should have an episode where we break down the the 1 out of 10
we should like
scale.
get a collection of like, you know, like a bunch of, you know, like famous actresses or whatever and figure out their objective ratings or something.
That'd be fun. We all rate them.
I still
and,
feel like it would be subjective because everybody has their own interests.
well, yeah, that's where we're
man.
going to average all of our opinions and find the objective
What's-
rating
Yeah,
for
exactly.
them.
Oh, okay. Well,
If
I
you-
guess you say it that way.
Yeah, if you average out 4 subjective opinions, you arrive at an objective answer. That's the whole point of the Guapish at the Movies tier list.
Dear
Yes,
God.
sir. But see, we need more people rating them, and then it just gets even more accurate over time.
Yeah. This girl has like a fucking negative cantle till. Yeah, she's like a 4, I'd say. I don't even know
Yes, sir.
why Scarlett Johansson is considered so attractive.
I thought people
just
like
don't see
negative
it.
canthal too.
Heck,
What
what?
the fuck are you guys
Yeah,
talking
what are you
about?
talking about?
Negative cantal tilt is like when your eyes, you know, like the way your eyes are positioned, they like, you know, it droops like downward on the outside.
Uh-huh.
That's negative canthal tilt. You know, positive canthal tilt would be like when they point up, kind of like cat eyes.
Oh. So,
Anyways,
basically me.
The Other Guys was a very funny movie.
It's
yeah,
a very
my,
silly movie with some silly moments.
my last comment here is definitely the jokes on this movie are terrible, so I guess that's where I ended up
Brutal.
at the end of the movie.
Bummer. Too many sex jokes for you, Dylan?
I don't remember. I mean, there was really only sex joke. No, never mind. There were sex jokes throughout the whole
There's a
thing.
lot of sex jokes in this
There's a
movie.
lot, yeah.
I guess there was that one part where we was watching hentai. I have that note.
There was a point when he was watching hentai. I missed
Yeah,
that.
it was Michael Keaton sitting in the office, and they like walk in, and all you hear coming from the computer that he's slowly shutting is like some anime chick talking in a really high pitched voice.
I missed that. Brutal.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Did you miss that his son is bisexual, though?
Going to Best Buy to pay for his bisexual son to have his journey through college to figure himself out.
And become
And
a
be
DJ.
Oh yeah, that.
That joke was
Anyway.
about Skrillex.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. That was a
I don't-
Skrillex
This
joke.
2010 was like the Skrillex era.
Interesting. Anyway, do we have any other thoughts, or can we get to the ranking?
No, I think that's about it. I'll start us off here. I think that this film is like... Come back to me. Actually, I haven't considered this very deeply.
Okay, Jackson, what do you...
I give this movie a B-. I think it was still pretty funny. Still, relatively generic for what it is. I don't think the cinematography or the acting was anything that great, that crazy good. But, it was an enjoyable film. I don't think it was a bad film. Yeah, B-. Above that.
Okay.
Above average movie.
Obviously, I enjoy life more than you guys, so I'm giving this movie an A. I thought it was very funny.
Oh, okay. How's about it, Nico? You come to your conclusion yet?
I'm floating between C+ and B- for me.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Let's flip a coin. Why not?
Dude, just join the dark side. Just always pick my ranking.
Let's not necessarily do that. Like, hang on. Let's have the coin decide. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh god, he's using Google.
Heads, B-. You win this time,
Alright.
Jackson.
There we go.
I always win.
Jackson shifts the odds in his favor yet again. Yeah, I'm gonna give this movie a B+. Average all these out, I guess.
And Dylan, what do you know? The movie ends up at a B+ overall.
Crazy.
Whoa.